Hi, good evening and welcome to Sports Saturday. I'm Julian Gibson. The London Olympics got started yesterday. For Team Bahamas, competition will get started on Wednesday with Ariana Vanderpool Wallace in swimming. Now, track and field will get started on Friday. Coach Rupert Gardner believes the Bahamas will reap a lot of medals.
When you look at the makeup of the team, especially the men's 4x4 relay team, they have an excellent team. They have 6 deep runners. You have 3 guys going to run the 400, which is good for the Bahamas. I think this is the first time we have 3 guys in the 400. And then when you look at the girls in the 4x1, we have a good chance in the high jump, long jump, and triple jump. So we have a good chance with our team this year.
From basketball, yesterday it was the closing ceremonies for the 3rd annual Sprite Community Basketball Challenge for all the movers and shakers. 2012 was a great year.
It's been pretty easy. I mean, a lot of the guys have talent already, so I just put a little knowledge with the talent, and we made it to the championship as a result.
It's been really a little up and down because most of these guys, I had to really keep them in touch. Like I told them, this team is a brother team. This is my last year team, which is the defending champs, and we get our championship to defend. But it was really good throughout the whole program and what's not.
For the senior officers of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, it's all about lending a helping hand.
So you look at some of these young men, ordinarily during the summer, they could have been involved in antisocial behavior, they could have been involved in crime, but we have provided an opportunity would ordinarily probably would have escaped them, and we see some positive trends. Oftentimes the young people, you castigate them, say they're wrong, they're not going the right direction, but we use opportunities like this to celebrate the positive talent and the good of our young people in our community. We believe our young people, they only need the right leadership, direction with the police. I'm telling you, it has been so positive. Every spare and human endeavor, when you look around throughout the country, you can lay claim of someone who have been through these police summer camps.
This is something that we do on a year-to-year basis. Not only during the summer program, but throughout the year we have officers in the community. They will try to follow up everything on these young guys and try to just mold them in the right way. And hopefully, at the end of the year, we probably may have 1 or 2 of these young persons join the police force.
For the Caribbean Bottling Company, it's all about bottling up all the energy of these young men in a positive direction.
We actually partner with the Royal Bahamas Police Force on this. What happens is we get a team from every neighborhood in Nassau, Fox Hill, from Fox Hill all the way to Cable Beach, Elizabeth Estates. The coaches are police officers, and the whole premise of the initiative is to get the police officers to interact with the young men ages 14 to 17 in their communities.
From sailing next week this time, 4 regattas will be taking place. Minister with responsibility for sailing in the country, Minister V. Alfred Gray, he is telling Bahamians to pack your Georgie bundle and at least attend 1 regatta.
We have the Acklands Regatta, we have the Cat Island Regatta, and then we have the Black Point Regatta, Rollville Regatta. All of these are on August Monday. Now that's the sad part, because whenever all of the regattas happen on one night, it makes for a split-up crowd because you can't be everywhere. But I want all of you to go somewhere on August Monday.
Also taking place next week will be the Salty Fest. Organizer George Harris talks about the number of sporting events.
Most people want to get to Inagua, see the Inagua Derby. That's them donkeys, those wild donkeys who we try to tame up a bit to get used to people and come to see that Derby, man. You need to see the Derby. The Donkey Derby.
What other sporting events will be taking place other than the Donkey Derby?
We have a thing called the Morton Games, the Morton Salt Games, where show you the olden days when we used to wheelbarrow to do the harvesting, the wheelbarrow and the shovel, and we do races like that in a regular tug of war. But the Morton Games is a little compact group of little games that we used to do in those days as we were growing up, and that's incorporated into the festival. We also have softball jamboree that we expect to highlight, and then a basketball jamboree, because we do have the league functioning up there.
And finally, in sports, the man in the boat sculling competition will continue tomorrow at the Montague foreshores. A lot of sailing will be taking place. Now, the man responsible for building these sculling boats, Sheldon Gibson, recently had a close call while working on one of the boats.
Stitches are out and it's still bandaged up, but it can take more than that to stop me.
It was a close call, look for a leg.
Yeah, it was really a close call. I really thought it was broken, but I guess you know, it wasn't, I held it up, and it's getting on good now.
How did it all happen?
Well, we was trying to move one of the new boats. In fact, the black boat that you see that was leading, and she fell out of the race. Well, that's the boat we was trying to move, and the bench fell from underneath it.
Well, that's all the time for sports on a Saturday. Once again, I'm Julian Gibson. Stay tuned. Your better forecast is still to come.